So today I was talking to somebody and I was telling him about my book called Meridian Medicine. And to change our behavior, we made a pact. I do addiction medicine, and we made a pact that he's going to change his behavior in 21 days. So that brought up a conversation of why is it important to understand the 21 day significance. So I'm going to bring it back to the slide number one. I I was approached by UMass Memorial Hospital. The doctors there asked me to come and do a lecture called Holistic Approach in Hospital Medicine. They said it's fine and dandy to be holistic, but how do we make it incorporate into our regular lifestyle? And we did do a lecture. It's a 1.5 hour lecture, and I did post it on Brain Shark. Unfortunately, they took it down, so the slide share inherited the Brain Shark original slides, and I ended up using these. So I'm going to just take a little piece of what I spoke about and bring it in, and maybe I'll complete this lecture a little later. Okay. So that being said, that's the purpose of this lecture, and I'm going to incorporate like some of the stuff I wrote in this book, and I hope one day I will do a lecture step by step on each organ flow from my Meridian Medicine book, which is called Nadi Medicine, Nadi Vaidyam in India. It took me 16 years to write this book. That's because it involved a lot of information gathering and ended up being like the lifetime achievement for me because I feel my purpose was fulfilled just by doing that. But I still need to go ahead and teach it to others. And there's one girl I'm training who have been training with me for 3 years, and she's ready to be brought to the next level. And I am guaranteeing myself she's going to make it so I can impart this knowledge for practical applications. So to come back, biorhythm, right? The biorhythm, if you want to understand, our body biorhythm is 11 days long. And that's because our yin cycle lasts for 5 days, yang cycle 6 days. So there is a pause. That's why like sometimes you feel a little disconnect because you really want to adjust yourself to your biorhythm. And I feel personally, I don't like the start of the yin cycle because I know how to express myself outside. I love the yang part. But to come in when I'm disconnected, I would feel helpless. But then I came across my teacher, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nityananda, who is my higher self and my sponsor, who sponsors the Positive 12 Step program. And through him, I feel no disconnect anymore. I really feel more in harmony with my decisions through continuously being entangled with them. That's what he says. He says enlightenment, entanglement, entrainment. And so my whole vibration has shifted, thankfully, because of his mm, generosity and ability to share generously his time and energy. So when it comes, you need to go back to the slide 14. That's where I spoke about the biorhythms. So if you want to understand biorhythm, Swami Vivekananda is the first one who spoke about the mind center. And until then, I didn't understand the significance. The mind center goes up and down the body. So it's outside, it's not the brain. So we need to understand mind exists outside. And how do you understand mind exists outside? So to simplify, right, you can create an experience in your body about excitement, whether it's sexual nature or something, by putting your energy in a certain place and feeling the stimulation, right? So it is not the brain that's working, it's another organ. So that is because the mind center is working on the relationship chakra, so that, which is sex chakra. Same way, the mind, when it works on the heart chakra, you feel the love, the nurturing. When it goes up in the mind, you could get creative, dream and like accomplish certain projects. So quickly, kind of, you tell yourself you can move your mind center up and down, right? So when the mind center travels ups and downs at the 11th day of the lunar cycle, because remember yin and yang, right? So it is 11th day. 11th day, the mind center comes to home. It will either come to home 4 days before the new moon into the heart center, because the heart is where you feel. So that time, like, it comes during the new moon, new beginning. That's the heart. But the full moon is the bright full moon. It goes to the like crown center. So when you understand this, what is the significance? Means on the full moon night, if you want to be in a restful awareness, on the 11th day, you need to reset your body. The 11th day, whatever we eat, that's what affects our mind center. There's 72 hours later, because it takes 72 hours for digestion to complete into metabolism and also to energy. Okay, so that's why sports people, I heard, when they want to perform very good. Yes, come on in. I'm in the middle of a lecture. You have somebody? Yeah, I do whenever you're ready. 1 minute. All right, take your time. Okay. All right. So when you fast during these days, you can reset your mind, whether it's a full moon or new moon, because the full moon affects the depression and, like, emotional peace, and the new yeah, the full moon affects the mind, so manic and like, seizure disorder, and the new moon affects the blood pressure, heart attacks, and so if you want to reset these quickly, you can do it. And again, it's not fasting, it's not feasting, it's called nir ahara, meaning liquid diet. And so, which means you're ahead of hunger, but not necessarily fasting or feasting. So you can drink as much as you want. The only thing is, do not chew the day. Okay, if you understand this simple rule, just by observing on the 11th day, you can reset your whole body. So now let's come back so you understand the significance of why Ekadesi, or in India it's called Eka Desi. Desi means 10, Ek means 1, Sanskrit. So it's 10 plus 1, which is 11th day, 11th day of the lunar cycle. Now let's go back to the 17th slide. This is where biorhythm I spoke about. So it's a 10-day biorhythm because of yin and yang. It will be the 11th day, that's significant. And physical stamina is reset in 23 days because the blood reproduces, and, like, RBCs, new RBCs come in, new energy come in, new DNA come in, or rather, like, the through the red blood cell, you're generating a new energy cycle. Emotional state is reset in 28 days, mental state in 33 days, spiritual state in 56 days. So all this plays a very important part in energy. And this being said, the next Ekadeshi is April the 22nd. So if you guys want to do this with me, I'll keep posting so that you will know what the significance is. And if you want to understand again, so it's called Varuthini Ekadesi. So that means it is the Ekadashi to restore happiness and good fortune. So each Ekadashi has a specific purpose to reset the body. And I hope you understand, a simple tool like this was used by ancients to reset the body, and the whole calendar is generated. So even if you cannot do many things, if you just observe this liquid diet once or twice a month, it mostly will be twice a month, but sometimes in blue moon you might end up having 3. See, like here in September you get 3. So then you will get, like, 3 ekadeshis in a month. You will reset your whole life for the year or even ahead. So I'm going to teach these simple techniques so you will be able to follow it with me. So the next one we need to look forward to is Varutini Ekadesi. And I'm going to post it online. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end this.